Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to Majora's Mask, just the vanilla game. It's time for my favorite temple, even though it's a lot of people's least favorite. Great Bay. So what are we gonna talk about during the length and duration of a whole dungeon? Pushing me to my limits, I don't know. I started reading that book, Anarchy Evolution by Greg Graffin of Bad Religion. That wind is peaceful. I was falling asleep to winter sounds last night. That wind just kind of reminded me of it a little bit. Ra-bum-bum-ba-bum-bum. I always liked the music in this place. Alright, let's get to it. Fire arrows, you know the deal. We're getting the stray fairies and it's gonna be good. This temple is always alright. If you want to see a better version of tackling this temple, you can look up my old vanilla playthrough, where I beat the game in just 3 cycles or something. I'm sure I dipped out of this place halfway through, because you pretty much have to. But we're just gonna stick to it this time. Cool shot of the temple. That's a huge water wheel. Yeah. You know, I'm trying to think of that book that I just started reading, and I already don't know how to summarize the first chapter. Like, I just read it right now, and it's like still seeping in, but I couldn't even tell you. Like, I know what it's about, but the problem with authority is what it was called, and it just talks about the correlation of punk rock and natural sciences, the naturalist perspective of life. As opposed to, what the heck? Wow, that's the first time I never made that jump. Oh geez, now everything's messed up. Man, we can't be messing up my favorite temple. But yeah, it had a underlying theme that I kind of found interesting. The correlation of punk rock and a naturalist worldview, evolutionary biology. You think they would be unrelated, but they have a common ground. In basically arguing against the dogma, I believe was the word. Like, science is all about paradigm shifts, but paradigms are basically rules and popular beliefs, and punk rock is all about, like, you know, questioning the authority, the current world majority. So I don't know, I just found it interesting. And then hearing about his own upbringing was kind of interesting. The fact that he has divorced parents like me, I was like, huh, that's interesting. But then, he also said both of his parents were academic, like collegiate professors or something. Unless I misunderstood that, but... And his mother was even in administration for UCLA, where ultimately he ended up going to work. But yeah, it was interesting, the kind of memoir aspect of the book. I liked reading about going from his upbringing in Wisconsin, how the divorce barely kind of affected him, and his dad's house seemed like the fun house, basically. where his mom's house was where they got all their work done. Second pot? Yeah! Alright, we can't ice arrow just yet. We gotta do this the legitimate way, so let's get it done. But yeah, then at some point they moved to California, and it was just interesting hearing about the school transition from Wisconsin, where he had friends, to California, where he didn't. And California, of all places, which was like... It was just interesting hearing about... Even the teacher mocked him for being punk rock. Ah, crud. I'm trying to remember the quote. It was something like the teacher said to him, "Punk rock!" in a sarcastic tone, and he's like, "Oh, do I need to send for help?" And he said he was shocked by that because both of his parents, as teachers, would never have mocked someone for their individuality or whatever. But yeah, apparently in the 70s, 1980, the late 70s and 1980 and stuff, punk rock was basically this whole, a thing for losers, basically. It was, like, that's what you always hear. It's an underlying thing. Everybody's got broken homes and are fending for themselves, basically. Divorced parents and what have you. There was even a comment in there about how the irony of suburban America becoming, like, wanting... Oh, jeez. But yeah, the irony of suburban developments wanting to be better than inner city upbringings, but then ultimately ending up being just as bad in other ways. With, like, divorced parents that are scraping pennies just to try to afford some sort of American dream for their kids. And the kids raising themselves, basically. Teenage pregnancy and all that. That was a super jump by accident, but it didn't work. That's right, we need ice arrows. Unless we bomb jump, we could get the boss key now and skip the mini-boss, but that's not what we're here for. So we'll come back. I forgot. Yeah, that's the hardest part of this temple, is the fact that you gotta go back into that room later. Oh, we don't have ice arrows yet. That's right, ward. Get out of here, Tattle. Wow, I haven't done this vanilla in so long. I'm just so used to coming in here with ice arrows already now, from all the randomizers. This thing's gonna knock me off. I feel it. Oh, thank God. My least favorite boss in, like, all of Zelda, pretty much. Well, I don't know about that, but... Don't have the blast mask to help out. We do have a fairy in a bottle, though. Because it's either the slow way with the hook shot, or just barrage, spin attacks, and bombs. Barrage, whatever that was. Barrage. It's like saying umbarge instead of umbrage. Yeah, that was another takeaway, just reading that first chapter, the word choice of Greg Graffin. You could tell he's a professor. It's just like, my God, I feel stupid. Like, I'm struggling to understand what he's getting at, but not really at the same time. Like, you can kind of piece it together. Oh, it was wide open. Like I said, my least favorite boss fight. We're taking a beating too, it's not good. There we go. Are there no hearts in here? Good thing we have that fairy. There's gotta be hearts. I don't know how they expect you to beat this guy. Do they just want you to use the hookshot one at a time, like in A Link to the Past, where it was much easier? Because I just don't think it translated well to 3D. Oh, that's beautiful, except now he's gonna block it. Yep. Bombs don't do anything, man. Not like the blast mask. How come sometimes I fight this guy and it takes like 2 seconds, and other times it's like this? I just don't get it. I don't like him. Alright. He seems to be regenerating the blobs. Oh no, here we go. I'm dead, man. I think I hit him. But if he comes flying back here, I'm dead. That's why we bottled the fairy. I knew this guy was gonna be a problem. Jeez. Anyway, that's the ice arrows. Yeah, that book was saying something about us being a biological accident, which is an interesting concept. I don't remember. There was a really good quote in there. There was another thing about, like, the irony of us being a biological accident and ending in arrogance or something. I guess just that whole idea that the human species is the most perfect creation on the planet. That kind of arrogance. I'm definitely interested in reading more, though, because I don't consider myself a nihilist, and neither does... He's not a nihilist either. But, like, I don't know what the meaning of life is, and I don't really buy into a lot of the stuff that already exists. And I find Bad Religion songs to be one of a kind, that's for sure. So here we go, back into this room. To turn on, now that we have ice arrows, now we can do the red pump. And then we backtrack even further. Well, there's only one way to go because of the currents. And then we're back in that small key room where we have to get the boss key. Another mini-boss fight. So yeah, this is the most confusing part of the temple, is the fact that you gotta come back in here. I don't know, I see myself with this book, though. I'm probably going to be most interested in the memoir aspects and the band and the punk rock thing rather than the science, because I'm not that smart of a guy. Not in that regard, anyway. So when you get really deep into scientific lingo, you kind of lose me a little bit. But I'm just curious what the takeaway of the book is going to be. Because I don't think it's trying to force a worldview on anybody. It's just, like, the second chapter is, like, making sense of the world, I think it's titled. The first one was the problem with authority. Oh, whoops. So it's right up my alley. I'm definitely very curious what it's all gonna mean in the end. Maybe it'll help me make sense of something. But at the same time, like, I already see he comes from collegiate parents. So potential good genes there. Makes sense why... Like, he may have had the outcast bringing up in California, but he always had the brains. But then again, it's very easy to have good parents and then just buy into it and not do anything and be like, oh, well, I'm already well set up because of mom and dad, you know? So why do I have to try? You could easily fall into that. I like the bunny hood for this fight, just so you can get away from that mess and chase him down and not waste your arrows. That shatter is pretty satisfying, too. Yeah, it just interests me what drives people, because there was even a paragraph in there where he was talking about his disappointment in high school. They only dedicated 1 week of educating about evolution because it was still very, like, school is governed by the, like, religious concepts, basically. So why would you talk about evolution other than to just say that it's a thing? Now we flip everything the other way. But yeah, he was saying, like, he had to do a report one time and everybody kind of just mirrored reports that, like, lab experiments that they already did in the class. They basically just used them as the basis for the reports. But he went all out and did this whole thing on his own, and he's got... Nowadays, a whole room of his house is a dedicated library on evolution and stuff. So, like, he's gone full-blown into it. But that intrigues me. What makes a person seek out more than is necessary? Like, if you only had 1 week of education on evolution and you wanted more, so you go to the library and seek it out for yourself, like, why would you ever do that? I guess it holds that much importance. Just that desire to find meaning through something, I guess. And I guess that's where the whole nerd thing comes in, right? Nerd, geek, wuss. And then enter the whole punk rock thing. But that's a very good point. Progress is only ever made when a system is challenged, a viewpoint is challenged. And then the empirical data comes in, and if the evidence is there to back the notion, well then suddenly everything's got to change. Like, everybody is aware of the term paradigm shift. And like, everybody's aware of the time where people used to burn books and put people on trial because they thought they were witches and stuff. And like, fast forward to today, where like, you don't really, if any of that's still going on, it's some mentally ill corner of the earth. Nothing to be said about mental illness, because I have it. But certain degrees, I guess I'm getting at. Oh, I hate this room with the fairy. This is the only thing. I don't like this stray fairy, just because the melting icebergs and the limited magic scenario. So let's hope for the best. Nope. I need another one. Okay, that wasn't so bad, but good thing for the extended magic power. Okay. Green pump 1 is on, counterclockwise, or is it? No, this is clockwise. Well, I don't know which direction we're looking at the clock, though. That shouldn't matter. The direction's the same, nonetheless. Nevertheless. Ah, nuts. Alright, 2 stray fairies in this room. Where's the platform? Oh, it's getting ready to go, go, go. Beautiful. That should be perfectly timed. Yeah, this is good. Can you reach this from here? No, I do need to get on the wheel again. Okay. Yeah, I didn't even realize this book was published in 2010, too. So, like, I could have read it so long ago. That's what I mean, like, I would never go to the library for fun. I don't know what I believe about life, though. Because in a way, it's empowering to believe in some supernatural being. Some final conquest. A set of rules there to make sure we're always doing good. That's the thing, do you need a set of rules to avoid murdering somebody or something else terrible? Like, do you need a set of rules to define what's right and what's wrong, what's good and what's bad? Or is it just natural instinct anyway? I think there's too many variables to ever really know. Because I think you could say, oh, it's this stupid barrel. I think that you could say, assuming you have a good brain and are a decent person of a certain level of academia, I guess, then you probably know right and wrong and are not likely to do something insane like murder. But then there's the severe mental illness cases. Like beyond just depression and anxiety and that stuff. But like the really severe stuff. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. I read one chapter of this book and it's just got me thinking about stuff. But I like the idea. I like just kind of like listening to a Bad Religion song where you're just like, holy crap. What are these words? And this challenging of all kinds of things. Like it's just neat to get this perspective of like why it's important to challenge things in the first place. And it is very arrogant and stupid to dismiss stuff. Like, there was a paragraph in there saying, like, regardless of your standpoint in life, you should never disregard evolution entirely. Because there's science to it. My favorite stray fairy! Like, as long as you have a basic understanding and then reject it, then fine. But if you just reject it on the pure principle of like, oh, that's so stupid. Or like, I don't believe that. Well then, like, that's not doing anybody any good, right? You're not even acknowledging what it is or like why it's a thing. Same goes for the vice versa of it. You can't be a die-hard evolutionary believer, I guess, without acknowledging religion and creationism. And understanding, like, what brings meaning to certain people and what doesn't. But me? I'm just playing Zelda, man. I don't know anything. I don't know where I stand. But it is interesting to me that we have words for all these things. Naturalist, evolutionary, whatever, creationism, nihilism, anarchy, liberal, conservative. It's like, what does any of it mean? How do you even, like, come up with these labels for yourself and be like, yeah, this is what I am. I lean exactly at a 44.5 degree angle, and I believe that finger should be shoved up your butt. It's like, okay. I don't know how you came to that conclusion in life, but I don't know what angle I'm leaning at or where my fingers are, so more power to you, I guess. That's what it all means to me, basically. My fingers are on a controller and I'm about to be Guy-O, guess what's happening? Dump, 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 dump. But see, that was stupid of me to reject it all. Because maybe you're supposed to have a label for yourself and to know where you stand. It's It's almost hypocritical to be talking about the fact that you can't dismiss one thing just because you don't believe it without first fully understanding it, or at least having a basic understanding. So, me not understanding people who have labels for themselves, like, and where their political angles are and stuff, I just basically said I'm an idiot. But I've been saying that all along, if we've been paying attention. But then again, that's the thing too. It's very easy to be dismissive of everything and be like, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know, man, is the easiest thing to say. That's why I say it so much. But I am intrigued by the notion, or the argument of, does life have a purpose to it or not? Does our life actually hold a meaning and value, or is it just natural energy in motion? Well, there you go. Guyord is down, and we just talked about a whole bunch of stuff. One more to go. Too bad it's a long ways away, because it kind of has the well, which is horrible. And, the castle. So many things. Climbing Stone Tower, and then the longest dungeon of them all. We want you to lend us your power. If you will just leave things as they are, something terrible will happen to this world. Surely you're the only ones who can stop it. That's what Tail was trying to tell us. Help our friend. I get it, we have to help the last one. Then promise us this, you'll cooperate with us. Hey, turtle. Now I can continue resting in peace. I too must abide the laws of ancient times and again merely watch from my deep slumber. But the evil that haunts this land has not completely vanished, Link. I shall depart after enjoying Lulu's voice a bit longer. I think the gods can permit that. Yup, yup, yup. Oh, we gotta make this jump now. We did get all the fairies, right? I kinda just let muscles take over there. Reflexes. Dang it! Get the heck out of here, you dope. I've been spending like 3 minutes trying to get up here. I had to walk around as Link, and then I got knocked off. So mad, man, so mad. Okay, we're there now. The anger can chill out. Double defense. I still want to see this game with modern day graphics and gameplay. Mostly for the Great Fairies, if you know what I mean. Oh, I'm just kidding, stupid. Oh, courageous young one, I'm the Great Fairy of Courage. Thank you for returning my broken and shattered body to normal. As thanks, I shall lend you my strength. Blue is courage. That's not right. Green is courage. Blue is wisdom. Maybe Termina is different from Hyrule. Hyrule? Squeeze it out, Link! Your defense has been strengthened. Now enemies do half as much damage. Link waves goodbye only to that fairy. It's an interesting thing. Okay, let's go to the grave before this night is over. Alright, let's do this. Captain, sir, excuse me, sir. Everyone, give the captain your attention. We haven't seen you in some time, Captain, sir. As per your orders, sir, we've been guarding these graves closely. We have all been expecting your next order, sir. Open the door. Open it? Yes, sir. Everyone follow me. Well, that dialogue was pointless. Roo-ba-doo-ba-doo. I feel like we were just doing this in that randomizer. I can't get the stupid giant noise out of my head now. Come at me, bats. What do you got? You got nothing. You're done. Yeah, that's right. Who's still floating? Coming awful fast, aren't you? He wasn't very fast at all, actually. What is the moral majority anyway? Because there was a line in the book about that, like it's an actual thing. A pluralized, or not a pluralized, a proper noun. That's what I'm looking for. Moral majority. And then there's that Green Day line where they're like, down with the moral majority. Because I want to be the minority. I just don't know what to do with myself. Who's this now? Sharp? Flat? No, Sharp's the bad one, right? Are you the one who freed my soul? I serve the Akana royal family. I'm the composer called Flat. The songs connected to the royal family that remain here were all composed by my brother and I. Oh, Sharp, my dear brother. He sold his soul to the devil and was the one who locked me in here. You who do not fear the dead, learn well the song that is inscribed behind me. And if you ever meet my brother, I'd like you to inform him. The 1,000 years of raindrops summoned by my song are my tears. The thunder that strikes the earth is my anger. I have made my request. Oh, it's just this again. That is a cool line, though. I like it. The 1,000 years of raindrops are my tears. Emo! Oh, look at that, the jingle's playing again. Look who was so stupid and wrong saying that it only happened in the Song of Soren because he's dumb. Alright, let's just get out of here. We got 102 rupees to deposit in the bank. You know the deal. I don't have to show it. I'm gonna go to the bank, get the rupees safe and sound. And then, we'll song a time out of here. Because I think we dotted all our I's and crossed our T's. And we've already forfeited stuff. Okay, thanks for watching, you guys. Next time, we might have to do the well. Unless we do spider houses, which is not much better, but yeah. Take care.